Hi, I'm Carmen Chammas. I'm your astrologer. Today I'll be talking about the 8th of November. It's a total lunar eclipse. It's a full moon in Taurus. It should be a nice day if we're talking about the normal, regular daily horoscope. It should be a very nice day if you're Taurus, Capricorn, if you're Virgo. Also, if you're Cancer, and if you are also Pisces. So how's it going to be for all signs? Starting with Aries, it's a fine day. Just pay attention to your finances. The lunar eclipse is in the second part, is in the second house. That's the house of money. So you have to pay attention to that. Maybe it's a completion. Maybe there's a case that happened maybe something like 6 months ago, and it comes up now, it surfaces. So there is something like a continuation, maybe a culmination to that issue. Taurus, it's a beautiful day with the moon in your sign, except if you were born on the 6th, let me see, on the 6th, 7th, 8th of May. That's because the full moon, the lunar eclipse is there. So you have to pay attention to whatever's happening if you were born on the 6th, 7th, 8th of May. Otherwise, it should be a beautiful, fine day, a time for decisions. It's a decision-making day. Things will actually come to completion. You can wrap things up, and also you can make up your mind on many things. But all Taurus, I have to tell you, because it's a lunar eclipse, I have to tell you that there is something that is culminating. Maybe something started in last April or last May, and now it's coming to a completion. So make sure that you follow the rules and don't precipitate into hasty decisions. Moving to Gemini, this is a slow day for Geminis. It's quite slow. It's not very fast. Things may actually be disappointing in one way or another. Just pay attention to your health, to your mood. Try not to overreact, and try to recharge your energy in a very positive way. It's not a day for making decisions, for hasty actions, for driving fast, or for being angry or grumpy. Just enjoy your beautiful time today and tomorrow. Wait for the moon to reach your sign on Wednesday, 1:40 p.m. Universal Time. Before that time, you have to wait and sit and enjoy your comfort zone. Let's move now to Cancer. It's a fine day. The full moon is in the lunar eclipse, actually, is in the 11th house, which is the house of collaboration, of support, people supporting you, the universe supporting you. So it can be a fine day in one way or another. It's not a negative day, but you have to make sure that your decision, if you want to make up your mind about a certain trust issue, maybe it's time that you actually work on it. Make sure that you're actually more honest, frank with yourself, and maybe it's a time, the real time for you to actually be convinced that some friends or some friendships or some acquaintances were quite fake. So in all cases, I think this is a nice day, a normal, fine day, but some of you actually will come to a conclusion that some of the so-called friends, true friends, were not friends at all. Okay, so that's the full moon, and that's the lunar eclipse. Let's move now to Leo. Leo, this is an important day. It's the lunar eclipse in your 10th house, the house of parents and the house of career. There is maybe something will pop up, something that took place in last April or last May, and now it's the time that it comes out to the surface. So pay attention to that. Also, maybe it is something related to one of your parents, so pay attention. It's a square, so you also need to pay attention to your mood, and don't corner yourself, especially at work, at the office. Make sure that you're fine, you're friendly, and you're in a good mood today. Let's move now to Virgo. It's a beautiful, nice day. You can be very creative and very different, very eloquent, very outspoken. This is a beautiful day. Just make sure that whatever you want to spread around, make sure that it's good, it's constructive, it helps everyone, the community, your parents, your family, it helps you. This is a very favorable day because of the eclipse, the lunar eclipse. Just make sure that whatever you say, whatever you really want to promote, make sure that it is very constructive. Let's move now to Libra. Libra, I think today is a day that may bring out to the surface a culmination of an issue, a deal, or maybe it's a case. It can be against you, or maybe you started it and you're dealing with it. So there is something coming around. This is a lunar eclipse, which means that you have to pay attention that you don't get the wrong result. So make sure that you have all your papers ready, everything ready in your favor. You don't want to be surprised by anything. This lunar eclipse can actually, it's like the sea that's wavy, lots of waves, and it's turbulent a little bit. So you don't want to be in that kind of situation. Just have everything ready and then you will be fine. Moving to Scorpio, with the lunar eclipse in the 7th house, you really need to make sure that all kinds of relations, all kinds of contracts that you have in your life are quite steady, and you're not in any position to negotiate in a weak position. You have to be strong. The mood today is not stable. Something that was cooking or brewing last April or May, maybe now is kind of ready, and that's it. So maybe you have to face, or you're going to face someone, or someone's going to face you with an issue. Make sure that the important people in your life are quite, the relations with them are stable. I'm talking about maybe your career, your love life, maybe your marital life. So make sure that everything is stable. Okay, let's move now to Sagittarius. It's a long, busy day. Things may actually be a little bit exhausting. This full moon in the 6th house can be exhausting, depleting. It's very demanding, so make sure that everything is fine. You don't put yourself in any weak position. You don't want to do that. You just need to prioritize. It's a day to pay attention to your health in the first place, also to your work, which can be demanding. Today is something, this full moon, this lunar eclipse, it is something that will shed a light, or put something under the spotlight that started last April or last May. Okay, let's move now to Capricorn. It's a beautiful day. The moon is in Taurus, which is an earth sign, just like yours. So today can be a very nice day if you know how to handle things. It's a nice day to communicate with your loved ones. It's a nice day to pay attention to all your house domestic issues. But because it's a lunar eclipse, maybe it is something that's culminating, coming to a conclusion, something that started maybe last April or last May. So pay attention to that. The mood should actually be quite, I think the mood is quite fine, Your relations with kids, with your loved ones, maybe with your work, can be very beautiful. Just make sure that you follow up. Moving to Aquarius, this full moon is in the 4th house, which is in the house, your house. So house issues, family issues are quite turbulent. Things are up and down, upside down maybe. Maybe it's an issue with your kids, maybe with your house, maybe with your tenants, something like that. Maybe there's kind of instability at some place, something related to last April, last May. So you have to pay attention to that. It's something that you have to deal with. Try to deal with it with a good mood. Otherwise, you may feel a little bit worried. And remember that in a couple of days, things will be quite good and better. I'm talking about the Wednesday afternoon and Thursday and Friday. So it will be a different positive. It will be a positive outlook. So don't ruin anything today. Let's move now to Pisces. Pisces, this is a very nice day. It's very busy on a local mundane level. It's a very busy day. You're quite creative, just as usual. It's a very resourceful day. Because it's a lunar eclipse, total lunar eclipse, things may actually disturb you. You may be surprised with the reaction of a friend or maybe a sibling. So make sure that your relations are not in any danger. They're not threatened with a separation or maybe with some problems. So make sure that you deal with these issues. Maybe something was brewing. Something started like last April, last May, and now it's coming up to the surface. So make sure that you deal with these issues quite flexibly and diplomatically. So basically, this is it. Wishing you all a beautiful, gorgeous day. See you tomorrow. Enjoy. Bye-bye.